Bear with me a second here, brother. There we are. There we are. How we doing, boss?
I'm doing excellent today, man. How about yourself?
Very well. Very well.
Man, we just want to say happy Friday again. We very happy to have Dwight back today. So like I said, today's episode 5. A welcome back and chat with Dwight repping beatdown skateboards.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me back, my
Yeah,
friend.
man. I had a blast today, man. I went skating, filming this morning, and got a lot of clips and had a lot of good energy with the homies, man. And I appreciate all the guys I was able to do everything with today.
Yeah, you catch a lot of good skaters, I see, man.
Yeah,
No
it's
doubt.
so much talented people out here, and
Absolutely.
all different levels. Okay, what's up, man? Okay, what's up, Potato? What's up, 5 Mile Hill? Black Light Demon, Kara Niro. Thank you, everybody being here today so far. Too Dapper, appreciate your presence. So today's topic, man, we're gonna be talking about having an abundant mindset and also keeping consistency with an abundant mindset to succeed in skating, and also um, because you're a board owner and a company owner, Dwight, and I know you're building your team, and I know you have a goal of a vision how you want your whole team and your whole style of how you want to communicate the brand. I also want to know, get questions of what you look for in people that want to get new sponsorships, and what you recommend to people that who are down the network to you. And I want us to talk about uh the social media, man, like because the industry's changed so much, from when we grew up as skaters in the beginning, the all analog era, you know now we have social media, so like
Big changes.
everything
Big
on
changes.
Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, all these different platforms we have available. And back in the days, we just had to make an analog skate video, VHS, DVD, had to market it out to all the physical stores, you know, everything. So we want to basically start, man. So building your team, what do you look for in terms of the complete package of skaters that who are up and coming that want to get sponsored by you? Like, what do you look for in their identities?
Well, I'll be honest. At this point, it's an exclusive membership. You know what I mean? Things are already happening that are kind of behind the scenes, but one step at a time. When the time is right and the doors open for more to join, it's definitely positivity first. That's at the forefront of who we are. You know,
I mean,
we're a
that's what I mean.
community-based brand.
Yeah, I'm not saying you putting anybody on right now. That I'm just saying when you build your future, what do you look terms in how a positive a person should be in your eyes that would fit in with your movement?
Absolutely. So we're a community-based brand, so it's all about, having somebody that has definitely a positive mentality and outlook, somebody who's looking to, push the boundaries of skating and always looking to better themselves because that's something that, we see in each individual, and that's something we all have to strive for in our pursuits.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Got another.
there's
Oh, I got another. Okay, somebody else wants to join in. What's up?
What's good?
What's good, Black Light? How you doing, man?
What's good? I'm just chilling. What you doing?
Man, I'm chilling, man. We having the podcast with my boy Dwight, and we getting it in, man. So, uh, introduce yourself, like give everybody a little background of you.
All right. Well, you know, on Instagram, Blacklight Demon type shit. Um, but in the real world, my name is just Brett type shit. You know.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
How how long you been skating?
Oh, I haven't even been skating, to be honest.
Okay.
I've never even fucking skated before, real shit.
Oh yeah, that's okay. That's what's up, man. I appreciate you supporting
Like
us though.
I've fucking rode bikes and shit type shit, you know what I'm saying? But like haven't got to like, ride a fucking, skateboard or a longboard or whatever type shit, you know?
There's always a first for everything, man.
Yeah, so yeah,
Right,
man. Like I said, we
right, right,
appreciate you getting on
right.
the chat, man. Like I said, this was an episode for everybody today. So I appreciate everybody that's supporting. People skating, not skating, people who support skating that don't. Like I appreciate that, man. And
Word.
so you used to BMX?
A what?
Did you used to BMX? You said you ride bikes. You used to BMX. Did you BMX
Oh
or just do like
no.
mountain bikes?
Oh, it was more of like the BMX type shit, you know?
Oh, that's what's up,
You
man.
know,
Because I filmed
those
BMXers. I
type
filmed
bikes.
BMXers before too.
Those type of bikes, but like I wasn't doing like, anything like, like I don't know, like, just like what I don't know what other people used to be doing and shit. I used to just be like, riding them and shit like that type shit
Okay,
and
that's
shit
what's up.
like that. It wasn't nothing like, oh yeah, I was doing like all these like tricks and shit type shit, you know?
You were just enjoying it. You just enjoying for it what it was, man. Just enjoying the ride, man. That's
Yeah,
where it starts with.
type shit.
That's where it
Yeah,
starts with everything. With skating,
That never
biking,
gets
scooting,
old.
all that stuff, man. It all
right.
starts with the basics. And
Real shit.
so, like, anyway, man, we appreciate that, man. I want to continue on what I'm talking about. So, having an abundant mindset to grow yourself in the skate career, to attract sponsors or coming up, your own company. I think is so important. Because there's times, I know a lot of talented people. I've had talks with them behind the scenes. They're like, I don't know if I'm good enough, man. And I told people like, you are
Mm.
good enough, man. You got to produce yourself and be able to communicate with people. Some people, they have talent, but behind their personality, they don't like to communicate as much. So, like I was saying yesterday, the closed mouth doesn't get fed. And when I'm
Mm.
saying the closed mouth
Good
doesn't get
point.
fed, I'm not talking about looking for somebody to feed you, but if you can't communicate your intentions or goals or anything you want to move into, nobody be aware to guide you or put what they know and they experience to move along with you. Would you agree with what I say, or do you have another
I could
perspective?
not agree more, to be
No,
honest. I
yeah,
mean, I would
I would agree
say
with that
every
too,
step
yeah.
along the way, that's what you learn. Every step of growth. If you start with nothing at the beginning, no matter if you got money or not, it's all a building process, building blocks. You start with an idea, a concept, and, hopefully good intentions and, build a crew and a team and then really attack and, find yourself like a space and things like that. That's all one step at a time, but it's the process. But that's the most addictive thing, to be honest, in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, you're definitely right about that. It's not about just wanting fame, and the money. Like I had that motivation. I was younger, and it didn't work because like the moment you're down and you feel like everything's going against you, you're gonna give up. You're not gonna have, being humble keeps you in a place where it's like I could keep going even if today is not going exactly the way I need it to be. And you know, that's why part of my life, like I was saying, I was younger, like in my 20s, I hid skating a lot from people. I was ashamed of being a skater because I wasn't doing like I could just throw tricks and I wasn't landing everything. I would land everything 1 foot. You know, I wouldn't, want to, tell people I'm a skater. Oh, can you do all these tricks? Can you do all these tricks? People want you to, skate, amazing. And, you know, um, it took me a long time to mentally just come over like, I could just practice and enjoy
Absolutely.
practicing. And no matter how people's viewing me or at the point being overwhelmed or whatever, like it happens. And like since I've been out here, like the last year, since I moved from NY to Cali, my confidence has boosted a lot because a lot of people around me like, nah, you can do what you could do, man. Like we see you trying, we see how you progressing little by little. Like we believe in you to do what you do. But I started with myself. Like I said, I'm
Absolutely.
gonna move. I'm gonna move out here and learn what's the deal out here, and then learn how the people work, and then communicate. And like I said, I communicate a lot of people right now, like a lot of different brands, a lot of different people, filmers, pros, AMs, and like a lot of people is really cool people when you just allow yourself to be a nice, genuine person. And I'm not saying in the sense of you expect them to do something for you, but you just being genuine, just being given, giving and positive loving. And
Absolutely.
it reflects in your life better than being negative and hateful and like jealous of people. Cause I know people has been struggles, of jealousy and greed, like, but that eats you up in the long run, like,
Absolutely. Well, like I
especially like
said, hopefully it's all good intentions.
yes, especially like, for sponsorships. Cause some skaters like, if I get it, man, I'm gonna be the shit. I'm gonna be everything. And I'm like, yeah, you could be the shit, be great, everything. But like, also remember the people. There's people that you surround yourself with that puts you in that level. You don't do it on your own. I think some people think it's all about me doing it on my own. That's like it's not. It's a group cooperation. It's a community cooperation. It's all about the community. And
Absolutely.
me, I realized that I love being in the community. Like I love having you guys here, and I know I speak a lot right now, but like I said, it even doesn't matter. I love it. So I would say, what you think about the difference versus like our days in like the early 2000s, like the 90s, but we started like the early 2000s, you and I, Dwight, and like everybody else probably has, or even before that. What do you think the difference now is like you see now? Do, do you think video parts, full length skate videos are still relevant today?
Mm,
Or is it only
that's a good
relevant
question.
for social media? Or is it only relevant for like a major board company to put something? Because I know a lot of people that got a lot of material and they'll put it on YouTube, but they don't go viral. But if you're like a major board brand or a good marketer, you could go viral on it. And then there's people that make stuff go viral on Instagram, TikTok and stuff like that. What what would you say is the full length video era like dead in a sense for like new people to promote themselves
Still,
about?
I would say not, but I would say that's also on us. Everything is on us and our culture, our moment to keep alive or, let die basically, and what we, push forward into the future. One thing I want to touch upon that you said earlier though is, we all start at a point where like, we're landing flips with one foot,
Yep.
and it's like everything in life is uncomfortable at first. So like we got to teach the youth that, everything's uncomfortable at first, but you get more comfortable as you go, so never be afraid to keep pushing in anything. But
You're
back to
right
what you're
about that,
saying,
man. That happened to me today. So I learned how to grind, man. I learned how to roll in and 50-50.
the
That's the
work.
first time I ever done that. And I did it
Absolutely.
first try on camera. And before I got on camera, I practiced it like a handful of times. And I was like, I'm gonna do it because the last time I've been at that place at that spot, man, I couldn't do it before. Like mentally, I was wild. Like I can't do this. And then today, I was like, nah, man, I can do this. You just gotta stay committed. And then my other homies were hyping me up. They were like, yo, you got it, Daryl. You could do it. Just stay on it. And then I did. Then I did it twice. I did it on the GoPro shot too. My boy Martin Phobes, he shot me on the GoPro. I hopefully I get the. He said he hooked me up with the clip later. So like hopefully
Hopefully.
I get to show y'all later that GoPro angle. but it looks sick. The GoPro angle, man. Martin, he one of the best filmers, man. He got a great eye, and
That's awesome.
yeah. Shout out to Martin, man. And Mountain Forbes today, man. I had a great day with him. Everybody else, my boy Chad, 55 skateboards, and yeah, man. I might
Yeah, to get
go.
back
I
to your
might go.
question,
What's up?
you were asking about, social media and like full video parts, and I would say, nowadays things are a little bit more incentivized with social media to get people that are, newer into the scene, because there are ways to monetize and find yourself some collaborations and sponsorships that are, on a lower level. But by the time you make it to the point where you are big enough that you can, find your way into the bigger collaborations, you're gonna want to put out those video parts. And it's part of the legacy, and I think that's something that we all want to keep alive, and something that we all push for, especially as skaters. We have that eye, we see it, we look at a spot and we want that part, we want that trick, so we want a whole video of that, and we want that to showcase what we have at the end of our time.
Yeah, man, you definitely right about that. Cause it's like when I grew up, man, like when I first started getting the videos, man, I was excited to have the DVDs, and like, and now like it's so accessible when you just go on YouTube, go on Instagram or any social media platform, all the digital, like, is right at your tips, right on the spot. So like people these days, everything is much shorter, much instant, much quicker.
Absolutely. So you're incentivized to make short clips, but not necessarily the long parts. But the long parts are the bigger payoff. So that's where persistence pays off in the long run,
Yes,
Because you
yeah,
see it with people like, I mean, we all know people like, I might butcher his name, so I'm sorry for this because I love this dude, but Jeff DeCheshire. And, people like him, he pulls off the gnarliest flips and multi flips and stuff down the craziest sets. And, he got kind of Instagram famous because of it, but like now he's starting to do parts. So, I think it's an evolution at this point.
yeah. It definitely it's an evolution, and to me, I'm open minded. Like I like both. I like both Instagram and YouTube, but like Instagram's a bit simpler because, like I say, you can make the shorter videos, and you have instant access to share to people. Where YouTube is like you really got to know the algorithm, put yourself in the algorithm correctly, and at the end of the day, I also realize it is creating valuable content. Like people really want to see that the demand for great content, especially skateboarding, is crazy. All of us fans, we want to see the most gnarliest tricks done. like, and people are
Absolutely.
doing it.
Always.
People doing stuff and tricks every day, like brand new. I was like, man, I can't believe they doing this.
For sure. It's true, but there's also something to be said for style, and like certain people, they got that style that just sells. Like, I mean, even like Nija, some of the tricks he does, awesome guy, awesome skater, but like, very clean style. There's people
Yeah.
pulling crazier tricks out there. You got Johnny Geigers and stuff.
Yeah, Johnny Geiger, he does a bunch of crazy tricks. But like you said, with style, if somebody like Shane O'Neill, like he got this
Absolutely.
the best
As clean
style.
as it gets. Yeah, as clean as it gets, for sure. 100%.
Yeah, man. How you think important style that you could tell when you see a skater that has style, you also could tell they have style with their personality. Like a person that has style on the board, you could tell they have style off the board. In their
I think
personality, how they carry themselves, how they walk and hold and
I
talk.
think I think the skate industry itself is interesting in that way, in that it's your style is reflective in your skating of who you are as a person. So how you are as a person is also reflective of your skating. So it kind of goes hand in hand. Like I know if I look at each of my skaters, it almost goes hand in hand. Like I look at like, I don't know. I don't want to name them out, for instance, because I know some of these guys don't know him, but like, Nate, for instance, he's very stylish, clean. And then you got Andrew, who's, definitely like pro, as you're saying,
Yeah,
what I mean? And then,
Andrew's a problem, man.
oh yeah. I mean, I love the Celtics look for that reason, because the Celtics are always a problem, what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's like one of them things. And
yeah,
we're out of the East, so it goes hand in hand. But, And then you got Dave, who's a thrasher, you know what I mean? And his style reflects that. And it's a beautiful thing because, you know, we're all unique individuals and we all have something to bring.
Yeah, man. Everybody does. And you said you had one more person you was gonna put on soon, right? You was developing, putting on one more
That's
person.
yeah, that's in the works right now.
Yeah, and that'll come out soon when Dwight's ready to release that. Let y'all know, he'll update y'all with that. And like I said, man, it's just like being a filmer. It's the same too with filming, building the skill. You know, like when I first started on the film, I was
Mm,
kind of nervous because I met a dude and he put me on blast. He was like, "Man, the way you film like a rookie, man. Like you need to learn how to do angles like this. You need to learn how to get, you know, gear and equipment." And he I kind of got my feelings hurt a little bit at first, but then like I understand what he was saying, and then as I grew later, working with my other friends who are professional filmers or experienced filmers,
mm,
and knowing what they're doing, they were giving me a lot of tips, background
absolutely.
on that, and I realized it's just practice, man. It's okay to be a rookie. I used to I, I
That's
used
how
to
you
be
grow,
really yeah I used to be really frustrated with that when I was younger. Like, oh, you know, I'm always, but everything you're a rookie at, everything you start from the bottom, whatever something you want to learn. So like when you keep practicing and learn from who's got more experience to you and pave in front of you, it goes a long way. And I appreciate it. I actually appreciate that dude
for
I
sure.
met. And yeah,
And on a deeper level, it's like, you know, our first reaction to everything is the emotional reaction.
yes,
So,
yes,
like,
it
you
is.
know, once we absorb everything, then, you know, usually there's something to learn from every situation in life.
Yeah, yeah. Let me give us some shouts right now. We got a lot of people coming. Shout out to, yep, yep, Beaner Growing Beans. Yeah, man. What's up, man? How you doing? We appreciate you. Shout out to Donnie Swags team. Shout out to Mo. What's up, Mo? Who Cam is this? Cam, what's up? Appreciate y'all very much. Framework Skateboards. Yeah, shout out Framework Skateboards. Yep, everybody, man. We appreciate it. And man, like I said, where we at now, man, I love what I'm doing and love what we doing, man. Like we just got to keep continuing, and we're gonna grow, you know. And me being a filmer, like I love that chance to be around everybody and who's open to being documented. You know, there's nothing like you could document like real life stuff, and like that's what I like about skateboarding. It demonstrates real life stuff. It's not a script. I mean, you could script things like if you want to, you know, go extra way, but like for the most part, like when we just generally being out having a good time, experiencing, learning things, or watching other people who are more advanced, like it's amazing.
Absolutely. Candid filming's the best, honestly.
Yes, it is, man. And I like, you know, for me, when it comes to growing myself, man, like I definitely can see myself like working with a lot more pros, you know, a lot more established people, like and I'll eventually upgrade more equipment because I want to get a GoPro, man. Like after like working with Martin today, I love the GoPro is amazing. I'm like,
Yeah, that's what I'm working with
yeah,
myself. I love it.
yeah, I want to get one of those, and I like to get me I want to get me one of them like Nixon cameras, like one of them nice cameras that got the lens and you can film
DSLR, that's
in
where I'm
photo
going.
sequence. Yeah, photo sequence.
Oh, yeah.
Because I love photo sequencing, and sometimes I'll do it on my iPhone, but like I want to get me a camera that could, because that's one of my favorite things too, like of skating is photo sequencing when you could have all the sequences watching the trick being done, a line being done. That's really really amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah, DSLR, that's where it's at, man. That's the next investment for me on the side, kind of.
Yeah, that's a great equipment, and like I said, it'll happen. Um, I I don't know. I'm hyped, man. Right now, I'm just excited. Hopefully, tomorrow I'll do some more skating. I want to go street skating. I'm trying to get my other boys get me to go street skating. So if that works out, we'll have some content and some footage
Absolutely.
and more stuff like that. And so I want to ask you another question. How do you feel about, because growing up as a kid, there was a lot of indoor parks on the East Coast and around the United States, and a lot of the indoor parks have been, dying out. But what I admire is the spot you were showing me that you got your squad at. That place is really nice. That indoor spot. How do you think the importance is of indoor parks versus outdoor parks? Because Cali everywhere they got outdoor parks, and I wish they had an indoor park, because the indoor parks here are all private, so you got to get invited. And
I
I'm
got
like,
you.
I miss the public indoor parks. Like when I was a kid, I could at least go to like 4 or 5 different indoor parks, and like they're
Well,
all
I'll be
gone.
honest.
Or I grew.
There's That's a loaded question, and there's a few variables to it because that comes down to economics as well. When it comes to like Cali, real estate's not cheap, so people don't just give it up. So you'd have to have somebody really put some money into it and be willing to invest, or the people vote on it somehow. And that's where, you the people got to get together and do it. We the people got to get together and do it.
Yeah.
Always push. Definitely, like I said on the last podcast, it's our money too. We got to fight for it. But
Any
out here on the
insurance,
East Coast,
any
it's
insurance, man. The insurance is a lot. You got
oh
you got
yeah,
to have the right insurance and keep that paid. And because I remember I was even watching an interview with Tyshawn Jones, and he was saying he wanted to build an indoor park in the Bronx, where he was from, and he was saying he didn't end up doing it because the insurance they charged to like keep the place was a lot.
yeah,
It was like he's like, it's not worth it to keep a place for 3 years, like lease a place for 3 years, and then I have to like move out or get another location if. So I don't know. I'm not a big expert on the real estate yet, like that on that part. But like, man, that's been a big dream of mine. Like I always wanted to open an indoor plaza. I wanted one in the East Coast, on the West Coast, one in Cali, one in NY, and like, and that's another aspiration of mine. Like, as I progress with my filming brand, like another brand I wanted to merge with skating. Like I said, building parks, building spots. Like I had a big vision. Like I want to build a skate playground, like an outside skate playground where it's made real street spots, but it's not made like a skate park. It's like it's you remember like how Love Park? You remember? Have you known Love Park?
say that again.
Love Park that
Of
used to
course,
be
of course.
like that. That wasn't a skate park. Like that was a real park, but a real made like material wise was made for skating. And I never got to see that in person, but I want to make a spot like that. I can't duplicate that. You can't duplicate that, but this in my own way, this created an amazing street
Absolutely.
spot. Like that skate is like, it's legal too. Like we have a spot like, okay, it's legal to skate here. We ain't got to worry about kicking out for cops. People could film video parts here. That kind of inspiration. And because don't get wrong, I love skate parks. I want to build regular outdoor skate parks too that we can keep growing. But I'm like, yo, they have like, man, like I said, a playground. You got real stairs, real ledges and obstacles that like, and gaps, or like, wow, like I could film a part here. We could have a company here do a contest, and it's really unique. And another thing too, contest, like building contests, because I have my boy Jordan. I'm gonna have him on one of the later episodes. He one of my good. He loves to run contests. Like sometimes he'll host contests, and like I told him, like, yeah, that's how I want to do. Help you do contests where we could raise money, raise money, competing,
When I
and
come out, we'll have to do that, bro. For sure.
yeah,
We'll have to
man,
talk
because
about
like
that. But when I
I
come
think
out, we'll have to host something.
that would inspire a lot of skaters, especially the people that are up and coming, not sponsored, like running these contests and these kind of events that building stuff up and get people going instead of you know, chasing after one ordinary thing. Because, you know, I've had a few talks with my other friends behind the scenes. You know, sometimes we chased after one thing. And when I say that, that's why I say having an abundant mindset, allowing you to appreciate what's all out there. Not everything is going to come to you or everything's guaranteed to you. But when you have a opener, broader mind of presenting yourself with multiple opportunities, with people, with companies, that's what gives you more chance of getting in the door than you're chasing one thing down that in the beginning right now, you know, you may be overlooked because it's not because you're not good enough or like that. It's just because you got to put yourself out there where you appreciate the whole mass of what it could do for you. I'm not saying you got to follow everybody's page. You got to do all that. But I'm saying having a you know, multiple handful of people. I got one. I'm a big fortune cookie person, and I get a lot of fortune cookies. I collect them. Like I got a bunch in NY. I still got at my old house where I grew up in NY. But I got one here today I'm going to read. And it says, you will win favors when you expand your social circle. And that's what I mean. Like building a network, developing a social
Absolutely.
circle is important. I think a lot of skaters miss out on it. Because I know a lot of skaters, we have a lot of extroverted people, but I know a lot of skaters are introverted. So I was like that for a long time, but now I'm coming more out of the way of being open and communicating and sociable. And when you build your social circle, it's really great, and it gives you a chance to have abundance of people in your life. So when things is not going your way, or sometimes other people that you're close to, they got other things going in their lives where they may have to, you know, go away from skating for some time or taking care of other things, and it's like, well, if that opportunity doesn't work, what's the next one? But like when you have a expanded social circle of people, you have multiple opportunities to communicate with, then you get chances. You know, you could go do other events, you know, skate other things, or get in other events that's going to help you better yourself as a person, you know, because like there's so much opportunity out there, not just, you know, skating, but like a lot of people have more talents outside of skateboarding that also can help them grow better in their life. So having people that who have intelligence in all different fields and areas, and you're open to communicate with them where you're coming from and where they're going, you know, it could help a lot. Would you guys agree with what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah, I would say everybody's got something to offer. You know, it's not about like anybody using anybody, but at the end of the day, we can all help each other, you know, succeed. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Exactly. That's perfect. Team makes the dream work. I love that. We gotta create some graphics, make some pictures, post that for everybody. Man, and it is, man, because think about like that's why I love sports. Like I love team sports like football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer. Like the best teams, yes, they have the best players, but the best players have the best chemistry. It's all working harmony together. That's how a champion is made. Because you know sometimes you have a team that's good but and has great players, but they all don't have chemistry with each other. So it'll create a off balance, and then you know you can't go as far as you want to go. Like I said, winning the championship, but the championship team they'll have that full chemistry where they have believe in each other. They back each other up when someone is up and down. When things is going against the wall, somebody steps up. Sometimes even the bench warmer, man. Sometimes you know the star may be doing well or off, and then they got their backup people coming out, always spontaneously succeeding. It happens all the time, man. You know, and I learned something from one of my dudes. He was a musician, but he was saying in his video, he's like, don't judge anybody, man. Don't limit anybody, no matter what level they are in the beginning, because you don't know if that person months, years down the line will develop to be something great. And then, you know, that you come around again, you didn't give them a chance before, they may not want to give you a chance later, you know. And it's not because you're supposed to have a chance later or not. It's just I'm seeing myself being more open-minded to like, okay, if somebody's better than me or not better than me, it's just to appreciate all the levels. And that makes me enjoy the skating more or doing activities that I want to succeed in life better with. Then before it's like, oh, you know, I gotta be better than everybody else. Oh man, or if these people are better than me, I can't be around them or handle what I could do. Like,
Absolutely. Yeah, you hope that, you know, more teams as they rise end up staying, you know, humble in that aspect and still giving back to the community and finding ways to keep the youth engaged and, you know, keeping the small guys going, so to speak. You know, and that's where I feel blessed that I have a team that, you know, one of my skaters is a teacher, an instructor. Another one works at a skate park, and you know, they're all, you know, very community based. So you know, that's what we're about. But you know, it's definitely something that we have to push into the community in the future. But I think the evolution of skating has seen the success of that. You know, since say the '90s and 2000s, you know, things have kind of come forward in more of a positive light. Now we're in the X Games, which is, you know, interesting, but also it shows how far we've come, so to speak. We're being accepted as a society, so that's nice.
yeah, it is. It is. The one way you said like S Games, Street League. Um, you got all amazing contests and amazing events going on. Like, oh, what's up, Pedro? That's my dude right there. What's up, Pedro? And
Street League, that's all Rob Deerdeck. He's the man. You got to give him the biggest shout out,
yeah,
man. Rob
yeah,
Deerdeck's
Rob
insane.
Deirdre, that he one of my favorite pros, man. Like I remember people made fun of me for liking him when I was younger. I was like, oh, he's not that good. I said, man, he's one of the best, man. A guy that he helped pave the way for a lot of skaters' careers, man. Like not even
Absolutely.
before Street League, like he worked with Danny Way and R.I.P. Ken Block. Don't them
I'm,
guys
I'm
helped
glad you said
pioneer
it,
a lot of
brother.
guys'
Rest in
careers.
peace.
Yeah, them guys helped pioneer a lot of guys' careers. They helped some of your favorite pros, you know, especially to the younger generation. They led the way. They paved the
Absolutely.
way. And
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 you
then
talk to me and you ask questions sometimes, you know, about inspiration and such. And as a brand manager, as somebody who came up with a concept, you know, it was definitely two of the names you mentioned, Ken Block, you know, and Rob Dudek. You know, those guys definitely inspired me along the way. Two of the top names in this industry, so to speak. And
yeah, man, he inspired me not like I said, Tony Hawk did. With Tony Hawk was the first pro skater I ever know.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's for a lot of people that grew up in our generation. But yeah, Tony Hawk, man. Like I used to love Tony Hawk for I still love Tony Hawk, but like when I was younger in my early days, I said I love Tony Hawk, and my friends would team, why you liking Tony Hawk? Why you liking Tony Hawk? I'm like, yo, Tony Hawk one of the best, man. The 900 video games.
absolutely.
His video game helped people become skateboarders.
Also, it put skating in a different light for sure to
Yeah,
millions and millions of people.
yeah, man, and shout out to Tony, man, Tony Hawk, and like I said, man, what would you say growing up as a kid and then coming an adult now? What were some of your favorite videos that you like your most memorable videos to you?
You know, it's funny. Well, there goes a skateboard behind me falling down. But um, it's funny you asked that. You know, yeah, right's probably at the top. I'm going to be honest, just because
Yeah,
that
yeah,
stands out as one of the
that's a
most
great video.
influential videos. When I watch that, that's like how I envision making a video myself,
P
and
Rod
like the
got my
goal for the
favorite part in
future.
that. My favorite part in that video is P Rod's part and Costin.
Yeah,
P Rod and Costin's parts in there.
absolutely. Just
Yeah.
right at the top, probably best video. I mean, what's your favorite video? We got to ask
Um,
you.
I'll give you. I can give you my top 5 videos. My number one video would be Zero Misled Youth.
All right.
My second one's Zero New Blood.
Great
My
video.
third one is Baker 2G. And my fourth one is Baker 3. And my fifth one would be Shorty's Unfulfilled Dream.
Mm.
Never heard of none of them.
Well, they're all board companies, man. They're all skateboard companies and
Yeah,
skate
Baker 3 is
videos. But
probably
they came
top
out. These
two for
videos
me.
came back in the very early 2000s. And then I love the 411s, man. I love a lot of the old 411s from the 90s, from like 93 up to
That's the
03.
throwback. That's what I grew
Yeah,
up with. Oh yeah.
that's my first video I saw. I saw a 411 issue. It was my boy had the VHS. He let me borrow his tape. It was one of the 2001 issues. I forgot the issue number, but it was from the year 2001. When I was hooked. I was like, I can't believe this. Damn, this is how a professional skate video look like. Because before, the only footage I saw was Tony Hawk. Like before I got, my boys had to school me a lot, because when I first got a skateboard, I thought it was only Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Like the pros that were in Tony Hawk Pro Skater, I thought those were the only pros in the world. And now my friends like, no, there's companies out here. There's all this different stuff. And World Industries, man. That used to be one of my favorite. That's one of my
Yeah,
favorite.
World Industries is back on now. I don't know
Yeah,
if you
they're
know
back
that.
on. Yeah, yeah.
That Anthony Shetler, shout out to him out of the East Coast. He's got World Industries going again.
Yeah, he one of the best, man, Shetler. Yeah, he wanted. Yeah, that's
He's
another.
also got All I Need Skateboards going. So shout out to them as well.
I wanted to ask you, man. Have you met any like the East Coast pros?
Yeah, I mean, I've
Any?
talked to Anthony quite a bit. I mean, it's tough for these guys. That's the thing about the East Coast. It's you're not linking up unless you're at a demo or something, and then it's all go. Definitely, we're looking forward to getting out to the West Coast again. I mean, you'll see a video coming soon. Like you saw Nate's street part. I got a street part to recap for Andrew coming up, and you'll see a few of the pros he's met in that.
Yeah,
We'll put it
I can't
that
wait
way.
for Andrew. I can't wait for Andrew's part, man. He a footage machine, man. He don't every day he puts out a clip.
Pretty
I
much.
love it, man.
Pretty much.
And that gives me so much motivation. I'm like, I could do that. I could do that one day. Just keep going.
Absolutely.
And know, that's what it's about, man. Like all of us keep going, and as we keep going, we keep the skate culture going. And like I said, I love the skate culture. It's my favorite community culture to be a part of. Like like I said, it saved my life. Skateboarding saved my life. Like in my teens and stuff, in my early 20s, it's like I was depressed, and that helped relieve a lot of stress in my life. Just riding my board, man, doing ollies and kickflips. I didn't care. Like
Absolutely. No, 100%, man. It's definitely one of the best outlets out there. And, it's a passion as well. So it can drive you to a better place, when you're not in a great place.
Yeah. And it teaches discipline too, because it teaches you failure and success at the same time, because learning new abilities, tricks, lines, and how to get better at creating film clips, it challenges you that. You fail, and then you learn as you keep failing to get it right. And I like that ability it gives you, because it helps you that in life, other areas of life, when you're focusing on, you allow yourself to fail to succeed. But I'm not saying failing to just keep failing and hitting your head against the wall, but failing where you're looking at the failure and then giving yourself a chance to see what is a possibility of action you could take to, move out of the failure to allow yourself to succeed in what you're failing.
Absolutely.
Because, beating against your head against the wall too, you end up nowhere either. It's just, you just keep frustrating and and don't know what to do about it. But it's all good, like I said, I appreciate everybody skating. I appreciate everybody who likes to film. Some people don't like to film. I met people that are talented, like, hey man, I don't like filming, I just like skating. That's why I respect that, I like, it's all different kind of people. Just even people I communicated, like, I don't like doing interviews. I don't like being live on the air. I don't like podcasts. I say, hey man, that's cool. I appreciate that. Yeah, people need to appreciate that. I think some people, we get discouraged. It's like, oh, you get rejected in the beginning because you're building your identity, your brand up, and sometimes people's like, oh, you know, I'm not messing with this right now, but it's okay. Like, as long as you keeping your head straight up and you giving a chance to present yourself to people, there are people that are gonna give you a chance. There are people who's gonna be like, hey, I see what you're doing here. From my point of view, from where I know, I could give you these steps. If you want to take them, you can move a little further. And I've been meeting more and more people. Like, you one of the people in my life I met like that. A lot of my other boys that I've known for a long time, new people I met out here since I've been out in Cali. Like, I appreciate that, you know, them, you, and everything like that.
Absolutely. And likewise, and likewise.
Thank you, man. And yo, my dude, yeah, my bad. I'm forgetting your name, man. I'm
Oh,
trying
me?
to remember. Yeah, I'm
Me?
trying to remember your name.
Oh, it's Brett.
Brett. Yeah, I remember your Instagram name. I was trying to remember your regular name. Yeah, Brett, man. We thank you for being on the air with us tonight, too, and giving us your little story. And like I said, man, we appreciate everybody being here. We had a blast. We're gonna get ready to get off. I had a great night tonight with you, Dwight.
Oh, damn.
We're gonna have more episodes, man. We'll be back. I'll have him back, and hopefully.
I was just having the best time because I'm so fucking bored right now. Come on.
Be bored. I know, man. I know. But
shit.
Yeah, but
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
This episode's been great, man. Like I said, hopefully, man. I've talked to Nate. I've talked to Andrew. They said they want to get on the podcast when they can. Hopefully, we'll get one of them days when they're ready, and we'll have the whole team, you know, be on here. And I got more of my other guys coming, and like I said, we got the next episode coming. It's gonna be Monday. My dude Steve Kindle from Skateboarding Instant Magazine. We're gonna be doing his episode, and like I said, the week after, Friday, I'm gonna have my boy Russell. We're gonna have his interview, and then we're gonna bring my boy Dashawn back. He's coming the following Sunday, the 26th. We're gonna have his episode, and more to come. I'm booking more stuff with other people. We're gonna have more stuff coming, and then I'm gonna be doing an additional podcast soon too. That is gonna be my motivational podcast. I'm gonna be doing with my boy Russell. That's gonna be it's not gonna be as often as this one. I'm gonna do that one like once or twice a month. Has an extra spark. Has an extra, you know, momentum. This is my main thing, but I like having the second thing that is a backup. Is an extra thing that, you know, some of the people who's, like I said, outside of skateboarding will also participate in, you know. So looking forward to that. And then I got some more ideas I'm blueprinting down of how I'm gonna do, and then also for YouTube, because I want to get back on YouTube. I made some YouTube videos last year I put on, and for this year I want to get it together. Because I want to get me a camera, man. I got to get the camera ready. I've been using just my iPhone. I got to get me a regular camera. Once I get a full camera, I want to make more stuff for YouTube. But
it's gonna be a big year.
Yeah. But like I said, man, it's been a pleasure, guys. I thank you both very much for being on the call. I thank everybody being here tonight. I enjoyed every single one of you. Like I said, happy Friday again. I wish everybody a great weekend. Over the week I'll be promoting. Be ready for the next episode on Monday. And I wish the best. Everyone have a great night.
Yes, sir.